Hello guys, I hope everything is well. In this afternoon, I'll be taking you through how to identify network ports using a command prompt or either PowerShell. So here I am supposed to rush in my PC. I have to go to in the taskbar and search for the example I can put a cd or command prompt. So this is where I am. So for me to search or to run the command in my cd, I have to type net start -n for me to get my ports. Here we are, net start. So I'm going to actually put enter. Yeah, here we are. So I'm going to pick two ports to explain. One, I'm supposed to pick a listening state, and one I'm supposed to pick a established state, as I've been directed from my actually week 6 assignment. So without wasting time, I'll be starting with for the example, I'll be starting with listening. Listening. Let me scroll. I get it. The transmission. This represents the transmission control protocol. This is my local address. This is my friend address. Someone who's not within the country. This is the one my PC is actually using. It's called local address. Then the state of that port, as it's listening, actually waiting to receive the remote connection or sharing, like for the example the printers, the Bluetooth is, if at all it's connected. I would like to continue by picking at TCP proto 192.168.88.135.139. Let me get it from right over here. So here it is. Let me highlight it very well. Yeah. So the TCP 192 address, that is my local address, 192.168.88.135.139. that's my local address. So the foreign address is actually not known in my PC. It is actually represented by .0.0.0.0. So in the state of my port, it is called listening. So I'm going to explain it as I will start by the local IP address. The 192.168.88.135.139 the local IP address. Actually, that's my local address, as I'd said at first. The port number, it is 139 of the connection. So in that number, it actually shows me my port or my PC is actually connected using 139 number. The IP address appears to be a private IP address on local network. Actually, it is supposed to be privately to avoid the wrongdoers, the scammers and so on from obtaining my local IP address. Actually, and all possible ports. This often seen when a service is listening on a specified port across all available network interfaces. So listening, that state of a connection actually indicates that the service is waiting for incoming connection on a port 139. As I said, the port 139 is commonly associated with the net BIOS over TCP net bit service, which is used for the file and printers sharing in the Windows network. As I said at first, actually in this case it appears that a service on the machine which IP address 192.168.88.138 is actually listening for incoming connection on port 139, likely for a file and printers sharing or other net BIOS related to such activities. I would like, on the other hand, to actually pick the state which is called established. That one I'm going to pick. Which one? 68. 67. Yeah. Let me, for example, pick this one. The TCP 120. Yeah, there we go. In my explanation, as I said that the TCP represents as a transmission control protocol. So this 1.127.0.0.158.948 represents my local address. So for this case established one, the foreigner's address in this PC, it is 127.0.0.1 actually 447. That's the number of this foreigner's address. It is 4767. That is its number. So its state is starting from established. 4,767 of the connection. This is the number of this machine. The local IP address 127.0.0.1 refers to a local back address, meaning actually the connection is established between two processes on the same machine. For example, there is a virtual machine or a virtual box machine. Established, the state of the connection indicating that the connection is currently active and data can be transferred. For example, if I go ahead activating my virtual machine, when I make it to start to connect, actually it even I've installed the domain the remote connection. That means my PC can actually transfer the information from this PC to another PC. That means it is already installed, not like at the listening state whereby it is waiting for either a printer or either a file to be connected so that the transferring of information from one PC to another is actually carried out. So let me move ahead. So I'm going to step 3, identifying running services. I have to open my server manager or as a command prompt. Already I'm here in my command prompt, so I'll go to let me come here, and I have to type in my command prompt get service. So where that is it, I click enter. Yeah, this is where we are. For the example, let's say we identify the DHCP server and DNS server service. Let me look it around here. Just trying getting. Yeah. So let me try to explain the DHCP client, and it is that is running. As we can see, the DHCP server provides IP addresses and other network settings to this device on a network. So a DHCP client actually provides the IP address, the internet protocol devices, and other network. For example, someone from either in a government or either somewhere else can actually detect my current actually location if that person actually chances to find my IP address. So in this case, someone can actually track you using your internet protocol device, because in this internet protocol address, it actually being stored in how it's being connected to for the example the routers, and the routers are actually connected to the internet. So at times the routers can store even our passwords and so on. So let me move ahead actually getting to talk about the DNS servers. Resolves domain names to IP addresses, allowing users to access websites and other online services. So let me scroll. I try to look for it. The DN services that are actually the example of the internet. The DN service. trying to look for it around here, the DN service. Okay, if I told the DN service is not around here, as I'm not seeing, let me just talk of the HP LAN, the one, for the example, the local area network, the wide local area network, switching. So actually, in our as a routers, for example, we can use these devices, the LAN, or as a the the one, in case it may be for actually either allowing our network or our internet to be or to serve in a local area network. If it's in a local area network, that means it serves only around the people. For example, the administrators or the people around in that place alone. But if you put in the wide area network, that means it can serve a lot of servants, if at all. Instead of limiting the network, it actually serves a large number of users. That's why sometimes you can see the switch, actually they put on the LAN, or is the local in the local area network. It depends the case, if the people are few, or if the owners actually decided to put a file or a proxy to those non-members who are using the VP or the internet outside the family. So I would like to move to creating a farewell rule. In this creating a farewell rule, I have to actually open my Windows Defender farewell. So I will move to my taskbar. In my taskbar, I have to actually type Windows Defender. Windows Defender farewell. Here it is. So I'm ready in my Windows Defender farewell. So if I am to create a new rule, so I have to look for let me move to inbound rules. When I move to inbound rules, I come to a new rule. In a new rule, how to actually in a port I have to select, in the program I have to choose port, then I go to next. In a protocol I have to choose for TCP, and I have to specify a local port, and I put it 50,000. I have to click next. In action I have to allow the connection. I click next. In the profile I have to mark domain private and public. In a name I have to type allow inbound and outbound. Traffic on a port 50,000. So I can still generate my description from my name I've used. I continue to finish. Yeah, here we go. So here we go. Let me get to another. Turning it off. So here I'm actually supposed to move ahead. So as I'm here in my allow inbound and outbound traffic on port 50,000. So the profile, it is for all. Onboarding, yes, it is onboard. So the action and everything, they are here. So if I want to actually turn it off, I'll come to here and I click this symbol. if I want to disable, this is the stuff I want to actually disable. If I want remote connection to users, it is here. So I've actually turned my task off, but if at all I want to turn it off, as you're seeing it is here, I can still put turn it on if I want. So it is again showing it as it is on running. So I don't want to kill the whole day over here. I would like to move to another step, creating a schedule. I've finished to do it. Creating a file, I've finished. So I'm moving to step 6, creating a scheduled task. So when creating a scheduled task, I have to open I have to open a task manager. I have to run to my I have to come back, then I go to my task bar. I tap, then I click create a scheduled task. Task schedule. Here I am. So when I'm creating my task, I have to go to task scheduler, then I move to number 2, create a new task. So if I'm to tap here to create a task, it opens. So creating a task, I have to follow actually the given task from my assignment. For the example here, it is daily window check. So the name of my task is daily windows. Daily windows update check. Daily window update check. Then I continue. So it is there. When I move to trigger, I have to actually opt for in triggers. I have to opt for daily as being told. I move on. I go to condition. So my task is already created. So this task actually will help me for the example, if instead of me checking the window updates in my PC, I have to set this a task so that whenever my windows run outdated, this task will keep my windows updated. Whenever it runs outdated, it updates it, so it won't be a task to mine, but it will be a task to my PC to ensure that my windows are ever day to date updated. All right, thank you for listening. See you and wish you well.